This is E-Radio.
It is Travel Tuesday again here on E-Radio Live, and this afternoon, back from the Karoo, is our very favourite Travelbug. Hello, Rose. How are you?
I'm very well, and how are you?
Good. I'm good. Thank you for holding the line. Also, you're back from the Karoo. How does it feel to be back on the other side of the mountain?
I must say it's awesome because it's nothing like coming home. I think it's the first time I've stayed in my own bed and messed my own place and cooked my own food in my own place for about 2 weeks.
Sure.
So it's awesome.
Yeah, there's no place like home.
Never.
And,
never.
Rose,
never.
Absolutely. You know what? Obviously, it's December now, and it is really the best time of the year, I think, to be in the garden route. So you're going to tell us all about the adventures for the adventure kind of people like you who loves a good adrenaline rush. You're going to tell us all about the adventures. Well,
I kind of decided that I'm going to be based my chat today on a little bit of the holiday guide that was in the South magazine. Because, as you know, South magazine was part of the Garden Routes favorite magazines, and it has everything in the area, and it really is, it's come back to life, and it's beautiful. So we're very excited that it's out. It's homegrown and home run, which is really great. And I think they've done it for the first edition. Again, I think they've done an absolutely fabulous job. So what they've done is they've done a beautiful guide in the back of the magazine. I'm going to be basing my talk on that. So, and they've I kind of picked out little things and people in the area to talk about things. So we're in Mossel Bay. We have Annelie, who's the chief executive officer of tourism there, and she's indicated a few places there. And I see that one of the places which I've not been to, and actually it's absolutely fabulous, is a place called Carol Ann's, and it's located in the CBD of Mossel Bay.
Ooh.
And they specialize in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean flavors, and I think that's probably one of my favorites. So I'm definitely going to have to go and try that at some stage. I really do like Mediterranean, and having traveled into Egypt and those places, I really enjoy the kind of food. So Middle Eastern food, yes. And of course, to play in Mossel Bay, there's a few little things, but up to do there. Do you know the little DS Express in Mossel Bay?
Is that a little train?
It's a little train. They're called Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yes, I do. Does it go through Hartenbos?
Yes, it goes from Mossel Bay Station, Santos Beach, and it goes all the way to Fruitbrook Station. And
okay, yeah, I know about it.
Stops.
I wanted to last time go on it, but then it was full or something.
Yeah, so I've been on it once before, and I remember it being so much fun. So if you're someone who wants to go and enjoy the train line, I think DS Express is a really nice thing to do.
Yes.
And of course, in Mossel Bay, also we look at we've got the museum there, and if you're interested in history, please go spend a day at the Point of Human Origins cave tour. It really is interesting. Christopher is the guide there, and if you're lucky enough, you get do the long tour with Peter Nielsen, and he's magnificent, and he teaches you so much about the area and the mindset of it. So getting back to earth there is definitely a good idea. Yeah, and of course then we get to the adventure mecca of Mossel Bay, which is some great stuff. And of course, one of the articles that are featured in the South magazine this month is my Mossel Bay zipline one. So the zipline is really fun. And it's so like exciting because you're literally ziplining over the ocean.
Sure.
It's like weird. And if the ocean is a bit wild, get a wet bump too.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, Mossel Bay is extremely water friendly, and there's a whole bunch of stuff to do there in the water sports, and one of them is shark diving, the cage shark diving, which I've been on to. which is really, really enjoyable, actually. I'm not a big fan of things in cages and stuff like that, but it was a very good experience. And of course, the sharks is part of Mossel Bay. They have huge resident sharks in the area, so definitely a thing to do. And of course, if you want to go and do some snowboarding or sandboarding on Dragon Dune, it's quite nice to do there in Mossel Bay. And then, of course, we move our shift slightly towards Grootbroek and Kleinbroek. There's a multitude of restaurants, and one of them, of course, is the De Vette Mossel. You know, the De Vette Mossel. It's like the type of on the beach kind of restaurants where you sit and you eat.
That's right.
You eat until you pop.
Yeah, it's a lovely place. Yeah, I've been there. I just realized I've been there. It's lovely.
It's really, really nice. And there's a few little interesting places in Hartbeespoort, Grootbroek. So take some time to spend some time in those little smaller towns. There's always some little bit of magic to find there. One of them is the chocolatier. And being a girl and liking chocolate, that's definitely a case to visit. So yeah, please do. Inside Grootbroek is this little chocolatier, which is really nice. And then of course also close to the highway is the Salty River Beer House. They do a range of dry craft beer, and wow, they do make excellent pizza in that place. So that was one of my little favorites. So that's enough food again. I'm always talking about food. It sounds like I'm always hungry.
You're making me so hungry right now.
And of course, then I've been to, if you haven't experienced Bottilia Game Reserve, not for a game drive, but if you're a bush fan and you like horse riding, the horse ride, the horseback safari walk is in the game reserve is fantastic. And when I was doing my stint with Mossel Bay, I went on this ride, and these stables are something incredible. They really are. So I think that's been one of my favorite kind of game walks, almost you can call it, because it was in a game reserve, and you become really close to the animals because of the horses, which is great.
Oh, nice.
And of course, then there's the Mossel Bay helicopters.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's a great way to experience the area, is hop onto a helicopter. If you got the finances for that. I don't think actually that expensive. I actually think they're quite reasonable.
Yeah, if you consider all the petrol, I mean, petrol prices coming down anyway, so maybe it's going to make a difference. I don't know.
Let's see. Some people are good and some people are bad. And of course, then we go over to George Wilderness area. George and Wilderness, I think, of some of the best also some of the best restaurants in the area. And I've picked up something here called Framboos handcrafted ice cream parlor at the Redberry Farm. And that's Redberry Farm and its own is a joy, but ice cream is my second favorite thing. So definitely going to have to go and try ice cream at the Framboos handcrafted ice cream parlor. Sounds like a fun. Are you coming with?
Yes, please, take me with.
And of course, one of the unique experiences in Wilderness is Oysters Are Us, where it's with Nat and Tash, and they do the whole display thing with oysters. They shuck them, and you can see her shucking the oysters. And of course, she does a variety of tasting and how you taste it, so different kind of things. So she has a Japanese one and a Buddha one and all kinds of different tastings. So definitely go and do oysters there. And she keeps the oysters in a tank, so it's really, really nice and really nice environment. She also has a variety of wines and other snacky things. So if you're not a big oyster fan, but you have a partner who likes the oysters, so at least there's something for you to do as well. Then, of course, it's quite funny that they say play, and they haven't actually mentioned one single paragliding thing. It's just quite odd.
Oh,
eh?
no, that's not good for you. I know you're not going to be happy about that.
I'm just thinking. I'm just looking at this whole situation. I think to myself, oh my goodness gracious, this is wilderness in George, and the wilderness, I think, is famous for paragliding. If you want to go play, it's one of the things you definitely have to come and do in the area. So, well, not in any one of these, but it's definitely a thing to do. And of course, the bay, if you're a surfer, it's great. Hiking in this area, doing the trails. The half-carter fish, the brown-hooded kingfisher, a whole bunch of walks in this area. So definitely go and do that. Also, kayaking in the Caimans, or also down the Tow River with Eden Adventures. That's definitely must do. So yeah, I would say that is a definite. And then we're going over to Sedgefield and the surrounding areas. And of course, this is the one that I wrote. And the coffee place I've mentioned is it uses Slow Roast, because I think Slow Roast is excellent.
That's at the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, on the way to Sedgefield, there's Heritage Bakery, which is a little family that has started. They do everything from scratch, from earthy bread, rich cheeses, farm fresh vegetables. So instead of going to your average Woolworths or Spar or Pick and Pay, why don't go do some of their shopping at their places? They really have amazing cheese. They make their own kind of. They do procure their own meat. They do beautiful breads. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. So very good thing to And of course, Timberlake Village, which is great for kids.
Yeah.
You can do anything there. You can have their kids, and you can have deli, and you can have coffee, and you can do all kinds of stuff there. And you can just let the kids go wild.
Yeah, almost like
and of course, it's got the aqua ranch.
Yeah, sorry, Rose. Almost like a little farmy vibe there. Do they still have the wild animals running around? Wild animals, I mean, nothing dangerous. I mean the ducks. Are they still around, the ducks?
The pigs and the goats. And,
okay.
And the ducks. And
okay. It's nice, a little farm vibe.
Absolutely. And of course, what would Sedgefield be without mentioning the Wild Oats Farmers Market?
Yes.
And the Mosaic and Scarab Market. I think the market is one of the big attractions in Sedgefield for visitors who come to the area. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, then we have a few interesting points and places to visit which is like the Hiericus Point Walk. I mean, we know how beautiful that is. Good. Look here. I've actually mentioned paragliding. Yay!
Well done.
Black Horse Trails, which is of course Andrea's place up in Mosaic, up in the Otanika Mountain. She does horse trails into the mountain area. It's really, really awesome. Big Woodville Tree, which is more kind of wilderness side. I've mentioned Eden Adventures here, and of course Hokama Nature Reserve. If you really are a nature lover and you like hikes, Hokama Nature Reserve is an excellent place to go and visit and do some of the hikes in the area.
Yes, it's
great for wildlife, birds, fishing, that kind of thing. And of course, don't forget our excellent lookout points. Cloud9 is always a good place to go and have a beautiful lookout, or even the mouth. Yeah. And then I'm also included the Garden Route Trail Park, which is Rob Dormel's place up at Farley. And if you're a keen cyclist, that's definitely a way to go. Yeah, I love those single track lanes there. Great for cyclists. Then, of course, we move over to Knysna. And there's a few little places, new little places open in Knysna called Oakleaf Brunch Cafe. And I haven't gone and tried it yet, so I'm really, really eager. It's actually based in Belvedere Estate. And I really like to go and to have a little nibble there once at stage. As soon as I can have a little bit more finances, would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course Bodega, which is on the Leisure Isle. Oh my goodness, I've been there. Their food is exquisite. They're really, really nice. Yeah, for sure. And then, what else? Well, there's a few. Obviously, there's no short supply of restaurants in Knysna, that's for sure. There's some really excellent ones. So there's a few little gift places, but I would recommend if you're someone who enjoys a little bit of the outdoors. There's Spitzkop, take a drive to Diepvalle. I mean, Knysna is famous, known for its back roads from Delhi and Matthias, so do enjoy going via the Gona Road or Komsipad, Diepvalle. Really go and enjoy those back roads areas. Spitzkop is really, really beautiful. I've been up there the other day, and I was surprised to see how amazing. You can actually see, since Spitzkop, when you look over the Knysna Hedge, you can see Plettenberg Bay. It's quite spectacular.
Yeah.
And then of course, the adventures in Knysna include a lot of the ocean, or the lagoon, or estuary rather, which is Ocean Odyssey in summer, based on dolphin watching, just enjoying the coastline. There's rib adventures where you can go and speed up and what about sailing? I mean, there's amazing. I think sailing is probably one of the best experiences for me in Knysna, because you sail on the estuary and then you go through the Knysna Heads, which is quite spectacular, out into the Indian Ocean. Throw your sails into the wind and just really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, see dolphins, whales, and all kinds of things that go with it. So it's really enjoyable. And of course, our new adventure, which is also based family of the Mossel Bay Supply, which is the Knysna Supply, and at Kranshoek and Harkeville area. So not many people know where Harkeville or Kranshoek is. It's the Sandparks area there. You turn on the way to Plettenberg Bay, you turn down towards Harkeville, where the Sassel Garage is. Go visit Kranshoek and zip line there. It must be one of the most spectacular views, ziplining of that gorge and looking over the ocean. So it's got all the features that goes with it. It's great. And then we'll just step over to Plet.
That's our final stop.
That's our final stop. Shall we stop there?
Yeah, I think that's all we have time for. We'll have to stop and play.
Yeah.
Take us to play.
So nice places to eat. The Surf Cafe is definitely one of them. I love the Surf Cafe. I've had them dinner meals there with Patty. Really enjoyable. And of course, for the Robberg Nature Reserve, I cannot see if you do not, but if you're in Pledge, you should definitely do that. Then Pledge has quite a lot of adventures. It's also got some whale watching, dolphin watching. It's got the sailing as well, or go and visit go dive with the seals, or some scuba diving, which is one of the few places in the area that offers scuba diving. And then, of course, I'm just going to hop over quickly to Tsitsikamma.
Oh, okay. Because
Tsitsikamma is kind of part of us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Tsitsikamma is a little village that you really have to visit there. It's got the Memorabilia restaurant, which is great. Go have an old-fashioned burger and chips in a diner and drink milkshake, and then after that go for beer. And of course, it's got the canopy tours and Untouched Adventures at Storms River Mouth. And I must say, Untouched Adventures is really amazing. It's got some spectacular, I mean, that must be one of the most spectacular paddles I've done, is in the Storms River Mouth with Untouched Adventures. It's just amazing. So yeah, if you're the adventures kind, that's definitely. And of course, we can't forget the bungee jumping.
Oh yeah.
So, if you're an adrenaline junkie and you want to throw yourself off a bridge.
Bravehearts, yeah. Throw yourself off a bridge. Just make sure there's a rope attached to you.
Yeah. And then I guess we've got to just give the Karoo one little mention, because otherwise we can't. If you head for the Karoo, the great olive farming, of course, the Kangaroo Caves, ostrich farming. So if you're in the area, that's quite a nice little visit. Yeah, and I think that's it, isn't it?
Oh.
Do I have enough more time?
Yeah, what a nice journey, Rose. Thank you so much. Kind of always feels like you're taking us to these towns because you describe them so well. Kind of see it, in your mind. Just tell me quickly, where do we get the South magazine if we want to read more and see your article in there as well?
I've seen them. They're mostly at coffee shops.
Okay.
They're at Green Shed in Wilderness. I've seen them in Hoopel Cafe. In Durus, they were at the Karoo Rouge. I can imagine that they're at the Strawberry Farm.
Yeah.
A few of the other little coffee places in George as well. In Tetfield, I can imagine they were most likely at Van Bos or Slow Roast. Yeah, in Knysna, I'm not sure they would be in Knysna, but I'm sure they'll probably be at the tourism office as well.
Yeah.
And in Plet, yeah, maybe the tourism office as well.
Probably, yeah. Some coffee shops, yeah. Because that's a fabulous magazine. It's always a very good read. Very, very nice.
It is. It's. I think besides a magazine, it's almost like a table read. That's probably why they keep them in coffee shops. So I think
yeah.
It's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rose, thank you so much. Just tell us quickly, how can we follow you on social media and see those lovely photos of you? Well, not of you. The photos you take of the places and you.
So you can follow me on www.gotravelbug.co.za, or on Instagram at @gotravelbug, or on Facebook at Travelbug Rose, and on Twitter at gotravelbug as well. And Stella, which is Travelbug Rose. If anybody is on Stella, that's Travel Stories. And yeah, that's where you will find me.
Cool. How's your festival season looking? Is it going to be busy, or are you taking it easy?
No, normally December, I go into a little bit of a different mindset. I don't travel that often. I'm spending more time at home, but I've got some writing work to do.
Okay.
And I'd normally spend some time taking photos and just enjoying the environment as well.
Nice, yeah. You must follow Rose on social media. It's very, very nice. Very highly recommended. Photos are superb. Rose, thank you so much. Have a super afternoon. How's the wind in Wilderness? Also quite hectic.
Wild.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything less. Looks like we could expect some more rain later. Very windy here in Knysna as well. But let's be gone with the wind. Talk to you again soon.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rose.
Take care.